Hello my friends. Today I'm going to show you how I paint this abstract watercolor with gold pen doodling on top of it. I've done a few like this and I have another video where I discuss kind of the technique and what I do on old watercolor paper, old watercolor paintings. And I thought we'd try this one today, but in shades of indigo and then with the gold on top. The supplies I'm going to use today is this fluid watercolor paper. It's just a paper-based paper. It doesn't have to be an expensive one for this technique. And I'm using Winsor Newton in Indigo because I really love the color, but you can use any color you like. We're going to do different shades of it. And then for the doodling, I'm going to use a Sakura Jelly Roll gold pen. So this is it here. I'll try to put maybe the Amazon link down below. I'm going to use Princeton snap brushes in size 12 and maybe a size 6, but we might end up just using the size 12 because this doesn't have detail. The details are in the gold pen, not in the painting part. And I've got my water and I've got a little ceramic dish to mix my paints as well. Now, I thought I hit record and I didn't when I did this first layer, so all I did was mix some very watery version of indigo and just placed it very lightly, not exactly straight. I just tried to put a bit of an angle and add some waves to it, and this is going to be our first layer. And now we're just waiting for this to dry before we add the next layer so that it doesn't bleed, so that we can get kind of distinct layering, lighter to darker in the middle, and that just gives it a nice effect. Okay, so now that this is dry, we're going to add another layer, and for this one I want to make it a little bit darker, so I'm just adding a little bit more paint, more pigment to my paint. And we're going to do a similar shape, but just a little bit to the inside of it. And we can actually go over some areas, like crossing over. Let's see what we want to do on this side. We don't want to copy the lines exactly. So this one jutted out. I'm making this one jut out, but maybe a little bit less. In some cases, it's going to jut where this one goes in. Okay. I'm just having fun with it. Again, the more organic looking, the better it is. So not really straight lines. I think I need more paint. Oh, I forgot which one it was. There. Okay. So let's see what we do here. I want it to go out a little bit more. Okay. When you're finished, you can stand back, look, see if you want to add anything. I don't like the way it looks here, so I'm just going to fix this. Maybe make it go out a little bit. Okay. Okay, now same as the first, we're going to let this dry completely, and then maybe we'll add one more layer really dark in the middle and see what that looks like. Okay, so we're going to do one more layer. So I've let this dry. Again, it's important to let each layer dry completely. And we're going to make this one the most saturated color. So let's try to make it quite dark. And then again, same technique as before. We're going to just sweep it. And figure out a line we like. We can always adjust it. Should have made more paint. Okay, so let's see. I like that. And I think I just want to do a little bit there. There we go. That's a nice line. And same thing on the other side. Maybe we'll go out there. I want it to be really dark. That way the gold really pops against the dark background. So maybe we'll go out here. bit more. Okay. See, we'll do, let's take it down and then maybe we'll jut it out like that. Okay. All right, I think I like the look of that. Now this might be the hardest part because you have to wait for this to dry. And with each layer, because there's still a little bit of wetness underneath, it does take longer to dry. So we're gonna have to be patient and wait quite a bit of time for this one to dry before you can doodle on top with the gold pen. Okay. I know I keep messing with it. Okay, I'm happy with that. And now we'll wait for it to completely dry, and then we'll come back in with the pen. Just a quick little update. I'm still waiting for it to dry. You can see these shiny patches. So you don't want to draw in gold pen on top of these shiny patches. So we really have to be patient and let it dry completely, and then we can do our doodling. Okay, so now that it's completely dried, we're going to start to do the doodling, which is a lot of fun, and I really love doing it with this Jelly Roll, Sakura Jelly Roll pen in gold. And we're going to be doing something like this. It's not going to look exactly like this, but something like this. So the first thing we're going to do is this path down the middle, this kind of squiggly path, and from there we're going to do our little leaves and our two types of, well, like wings and leaves kind of. So again, there's no perfect correct way to do this, so you can just pick a direction, and what we'll do is we'll do the path first and just give it a bit of a curve. It doesn't have to be symmetrical, maybe a little bit more to this side, like this, and then coming down. Okay, so we have a first path, and now we're going to build it up and make it thicker. In some areas, like when it curves, I like to make that part a little bit thicker. So we can make it like this, a little bit thicker. Going like this. Building up the color a little bit. I'm kind of lifting up and putting some of the pen ink down instead of dragging it, because I find that sometimes it lifts up the paint a little bit. Okay. And let's make this a little bit bigger. You could also do this with gold watercolor, this part. And I might go back and add a layer of gold watercolor. I'll see how this looks when I'm done the first pass and see if I need to add something. Okay, this one I want to make pretty thick here, like this. And I'm going to fill this in. It's just fun to doodle in pen. This time I have a guide. I'm trying to copy something I've done before, but sometimes I just start doodling and see where it takes me. No expectations. And that can be a lot of fun and freeing. Okay, here, let's just add a little bit more of a curve, like that. And here, let's add a little bit more of a curve outwards. Okay, and then we'll do like this. And out to here, like this. I really like the gold against the blue. It's a beautiful color combination. Okay. Now we can go back and add a little bit more color where we want. So here I kind of want to make try to make the edges nice and smooth. You can always go back and fix them up a little bit. Okay. Add a little bit more color here. Let's add a little bit more here. Oops. I went outside my line. That's okay. I can redraw the line. No problem. And here it's looking a little bit matte. So let's try to add another layer. It doesn't seem to be picking up. I think the paint underneath is very thick, and so it's hard to draw on top of it here. Trying to dot it. Okay. We're going to have more details anyway, so it'll be fine. Okay, let's just show you a bit of a close-up on this. What it looks like. It does have a bit of a shine, which is nice. And now we can try to add some of the leaves that come off of this middle stem. So I don't think it's quite shiny enough, so I'm going to try to add another layer. So I'm going to be using this Kohlrabi watercolor paint set in 6 Classic Metallics, it's called. And I'm going to use, you can see which one obviously is my favorite color, is this gold one here. It's funny, I use it all the time. So I'm going to actually add a little bit of this gold, and let's see if that makes it a little bit shinier. So all you have to do for this is just add a little bit of water to the middle and just mix it with a paintbrush. And then you can see the pigment comes down. Okay, so let's just add a little layer of this and see if that helps with some of the shininess. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm kind of pooling it on top. Okay. Yep, I like this effect. Just go slowly. Copy the line that you've made before. Oh, I'm going outside of my line. That's okay. Okay, we're almost done. Just gonna bring it down a little bit. And then we'll let this dry, and then we'll do the wings and the branches. Okay, I like that effect. I think it looks a little shinier. Let's see where I need to touch up or add a little bit. I think just a little bit in here, yeah. And cleaning these edges. And this part, it combined a little bit. I'm just going to try to layer on top. There we go. Oh no, I'm messy. Okay. Okay, I think I should stop fiddling with it. Nope, I still fiddled. Okay. All right, we're gonna stop there. Now let's see if it's any shinier. I'll bring it close up. Maybe a little bit. I like it. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry completely, and then we're gonna come back and doodle the wings and branches. Okay, we're going to draw some of the wings first and then some of the little branches. I like to do the wings on the curves. So you see where it juts out, that's where I kind of start a wing. So that's what we'll do here as well. So we'll do one little wing over here and make them different shapes. So just going to extend it a little bit beyond the white even and give it a nice looking shape. And then for the inside of the wings, I like to do some curves to the line so they're not straight. I think that just gives it a little bit of movement, so we'll do that here as well. So we'll do like this. And then from there, I like to start at the tip and go out. So we're not going from tip to tip, we're going from tip to the edge of the wing. So let's see. It's just a bit of a weird angle for me here. I think I want one more line in here, like that, and maybe even one more line in here. Okay, and then the same thing for this side. It's hard to see. I'm going to change the angle. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that's better. I can see it better. Okay. So I'm going from the edge of the wing towards the tip and giving a bit of a curvature to it, like that. Okay. And now that I'm done, I'm going to go over the edge one more time, just to make it a little bit stronger. Like this. Okay, and that's one wing done, which I really like. So first I'll do all the wings and then I'm going to go back in and do the little branches. So the next wing is going to be over here. I think we're going to tilt it again so it makes it a little bit easier. I'm going to make this wing arch upwards a little bit, I think, just to give it a bit of a different direction. Let's see, like that. And we'll come in like this. Okay. I didn't arch it up as much as I was hoping to, but that's okay. And let's give this a bit of a curvature as well. And then from here, we'll go from the point to the edge like this. I like the effect that's happening here. Okay, good. And on the other side, a little bit of a twist at the end like this. Okay, and then we're just going to go around the edge of each leaf. Okay. That's our second one done. Let's take a look at it again. Yep, I like the way that's looking. Okay, next one's going to be over here. I'll start this way and then I'll change the angle. So let's see if we can make this one go a little bit more upwards. Like that. And I like extending it beyond to the white. I think it looks nice. And we're kind of extending the wing across all the different layers that we had here. Okay. I really like doodling with gold pen on top of watercolor. And sometimes what I like to do is go back to my old watercolor paintings, maybe ones that I don't love so much, and add some gold details there. Can be fun. I have a video where I show you a few different ones like that. I'll put a link for it at the end of this one if you'd like to go and explore. But give it a try. It's very freeing, especially if it's a watercolor you wouldn't want to show anyone anyway. Why not just go on top of it and add some black, gold, silver, and then you might actually really love it afterwards. That's happened to a few of my pieces where like, I don't really love it, but then after I doodle, I do love it. Okay, there's our next wing. We've got 3, and I think we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4 more wings. So let's do this one over here. Again, maybe I'll make this one go a little bit upwards. I think I'm gonna twist for this one. No, maybe I'll go downwards this way. Yes, let's try this way. I like the shape of this. It's a square shape and it's quite nice. Okay, so let's go upwards. Okay, and we'll do the curvature like this, and then we'll keep it very close just until the end. Very close, and then at the end we give it a little bit more of a divide there. Go out. Okay. There we go, I like that. And this one, same thing. We're following the curve, and at the very end we just give it a bit of a twist. Okay, and then a bit of an outline to strengthen that shape. If you do end up painting and drawing, I'd love to see your work. So I'm on Instagram at Fernanda Sarega. There's a link in my About Me, and I'd love for you to tag me so I can see what you're doing. Okay, we've got another leaf. Now we've got a little bump right here, so let's do one outwards from here. Maybe we'll make this one go down a little bit. Like that. Yep, I like that. I'm going to turn it this way to draw it. Make sure I'm in the frame. A bit of a curve like that, I like that. And then we're going to follow it closely and just go out at the end, like that. You can even put more curvature to your lines if you like. I'll try to do a little bit more curves here, like that. Okay, and then outlining our leaf. Okay, I like the way this is looking so far. I think we're going to do 2 more, and then we'll start to do some of those very delicate branches, which really add a nice feature to it. Okay, for this one, let's make it angle downwards. So we'll go from here and we'll go down, make it nice and big. Okay, and then a bit of a curve. Okay. There, I'm trying to vary the lines a little bit. Makes it more interesting. Okay. And then along here, this is quite long. We'll bring it down to here and here. Okay. And we outline our leaf. I find that my gold is picking up some of the blue, so that's not ideal, but that's okay. Okay, lovely. One more leaf right here, and then we'll do the little branches. So let's make this guy go out to here. There we go. I like that. And let's do a bit of a curve to it. Same technique we used before with some curvature to our lines. Okay, and then on the other side. And just going to outline our leaf. Oh, I'm getting messy here now. That's okay. Okay, there we go. So that's all of our leaves. Okay, so for the last part, we're going to do the little branches, which have tiny little gold dots kind of around them. So I'm trying to show you close up. And we can do several branches stemming off of one. So here you can see there's like 3 of them in different directions, or we can just do 2. And we're doing it on the opposite side of the wings. So, and they don't have to start exactly at the same spot. And I find that it's easier if I do it this way. So I'm going to start it maybe down here and branch it upwards like this. Give it some curvature. And then maybe have one go like this. And let's do one down here like that. Okay. And so once we have the branches in place, this part's fun. You just do little tiny dots at the tip and coming off the stem. So it's actually very easy to do. Pretty close together. I actually want one more there. And it just looks very delicate, like delicate greenery. So we're going to do the same thing here. I'm going to turn it to make it easier. Like this. I actually saw this technique from another watercolor artist on Instagram. She's fantastic. I came across her because she has the same name as me. Her name is Fernanda. And so if you look up Fernanda Watercolors, I think you're going to find her. And she has these very delicate branches in her artwork. And I just loved it. So now I incorporate it in some of mine. And it's nice and easy too, which is always good. So let's do this little branch here. And you can put as many or as few as you like. And I put the little dots not on either side, but like alternating, so they don't match up exactly. There we go. And we'll take it down to the stem. Okay, so there's our first branches, and I think it's very delicate, and I really like the effect. So now we'll do another one on this side here. So let's turn it this way to make it easier. And let's curve it from down here. You can curve it like this. Again, extending just beyond the white. I think that's really nice. We'll do another little curve here. And one down here like this. And we can always add more if we want. So let me start with this one. It's just tiny little balls alternating down your branch. Very easy, very simple, and very effective, I think. Let's do here. Coming down. I find this doodling very relaxing, so I hope you do too. It's not supposed to be stressful or difficult to figure out your composition. You just add some branches where you think it would look nice. You can always add more. There we go. Let's take a look at it. Yep, I like that. I'm just going to connect the branch. Okay, and we'll do one in this space here, so I'm going to twist it. Be careful, sometimes the pen ink is a little bit wet, so putting your hand on there, you could smudge it. So that being said, how am I going to do this? you know what, I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna let this dry so that I don't smudge it. Let's do one over here, because that's a little bit easier. Okay, so we're going to maybe come from below and go curving like this, extending beyond. And let's have one extending here, and maybe arching downwards like that. And now we'll add our little balls. Just fun. Art should be fun. And there's a lot of great tutorials online. That's how I learned. Everything I know is from tutorials online. If you look at my About Me side of the channel, you'll find some links to some of my favorite artists that I learned a lot from. Some do more abstract work, some do more flowers. They're all great. And I'm sure there's others. If you like this kind of abstract paintings, let me know down below and I'll try to do more of them. So there, I think it's looking very delicate and pretty. I will add a branch here too once it's dry. So maybe let's do all the branches on this side and then we'll go back and do all the branches on the other side. So for this one, I'm going to come from here, go like this. This one might not have as many branches. Maybe we just do two. Let's see. We can always add a third if we need to. Another artist that does a lot of different kind of floral pieces that then you can put together, like little leaves or little flowers, is Shada Campbell. She really teaches you how to draw these things in very simple ways. So I love her style as well. Okay, yep, I think two is enough there. See, we didn't need to have three there because we had a smaller space to work with. Okay, I think we can do one more just off the bottom here. Let's angle it this way and go like this beyond, and maybe a little bit like that. Okay, let's add our little balls. And here. Okay. These are very quick to add too. Okay, so we're finished on this side. And now let's do the other side. I'm going to try to do it this way so I don't smudge. Let's see if it works. So here I do feel like we need to fill out this space a little bit. So maybe we'll start, I'm not sure whether to start this way. Yeah, maybe I'll start up here. And go sideways and curve it out and extend. And then from here we can do one maybe like that. And one a little bit lower to here. Okay, let's fill that in and see what it looks like. I find that my gold pen is smudging this ink a little bit. Maybe it's the paper, I don't know. We'll push through. Actually, I want a little one there. Okay. Keeping them close together makes it very delicate and full, so keep them close. Okay. Almost done. This is a long branch here. Okay, and our last little branch here. Okay, let's take a look at that. Yep, I really like that. Okay, and we're going to do two more branches. So let's finish this off. We've got this one here, let's go upwards and out, and maybe from here going like this, and a little one here. Okay, and we'll add our little balls. It's repetitive, but it's fun. I find composition of art pieces sometimes makes me feel like a deer in headlights. I just don't know where to start. Whereas here, if you just put some curves and then just add the little details, it's very easy and not too stressful that way. Right? Okay, we have room for one more, I think. Let's do it down here. Make sure I'm in frame. Okay, and let's go up and this way, and like that, and maybe one down like this. Okay, and I do like it when it extends to the white, so let's extend it. It's kind of a long one, but that's okay. I think it's pretty when it crosses all the different layers, from white to our light indigo, medium indigo. You can put as many layers as you like, just be careful to let each layer dry. And if you put too many layers, sometimes it ruins the paper underneath. This one seems to have held up pretty well, even with the darkest layer. But some other papers might not be able to handle so many layers. So this one was 3. I think 3 is good. Oh, messing it up a little bit. That's okay. Okay, and our last little one here, and then we'll step back and look at the composition and see if we need any more little branches anywhere. Okay, let's take a look at it. No, I think I like it. I don't know if we need to add anything else here. I think I'm gonna stop there. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on watercolor and gold pen doodling. If you like these kind of abstract pieces, let me know in comments down below. I'd be happy to share more of these kind of techniques with you. And hope you subscribe. Please like this, share it with your friends, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.